In 2010, John Cena found himself fighting Batista in a last man standing match. You win by beating up your opponent so much they can't get back up to their feet before the referee counts to 10. After going at it for a bit, John Cena decided to work smarter, not harder. He grabbed a roll of duct tape and tied Batista's legs together. The animal wasn't able to get back to his feet before the count of 10, making John Cena the winner. During her second reign as SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley had to defend her title against Naomi at Super Showdown. Since the show was in Saudi Arabia, both Bayley and Naomi wore shirts during the match. Bayley decided to use that to her advantage. When they were both on the ground, Bayley trapped Naomi's right leg using Naomi's own shirt. With the challenger unable to move, the champion hit the rose plant and secured the victory. After Christian betrayed Edge in 2001, the two fought each other in a series of pay-per-view matches. One of their encounters was at Rebellion, where they competed in a steel cage. Like their previous matches, Edge and Christian left everything they had in the ring. However, it looked like Christian was gonna escape and win. At the last moment, Edge pulled Christian's legs through the steel cage and then used part of his wrist tape to tie Christian's legs together, making it impossible for Christian to escape. This made it easy for Edge to climb the cage and win the match. After being defeated by The Big Show at WrestleMania 28 and losing the Intercontinental Championship, Cody Rhodes got his rematch at Extreme Rules. The two fought for the IC title in a tables match, which gave The Big Show the advantage. After all, how are you going to get an over 400-pound man to go through a table? Well, Cody Rhodes had an idea. While Big Show was standing on the edge of the ring, Rhodes kicked the giant's leg, causing Big Show's boot to break a table. Technically, Cody Rhodes had put his opponent through a table, which meant Cody won and became the Intercontinental Champion in less than 5 minutes. On Raw in 1998, the New Age Outlaws had to defend their tag team championship in a triple threat tag team match against LOD 2000 and the Disciples of Apocalypse. Like a normal tag team match, only 2 wrestlers were legal, but they could tag out with anyone. This led to an awkward moment where Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg were both the legal men. The Outlaws decided to capitalize and Billy Gunn pinned Road Dogg. I think this is the first time a wrestler has won a match and lost it at the same time. Regardless, the trick worked and the New Age Outlaws retained their titles. Eddie Guerrero was famous for how you would cheat to win matches, but Latino Heat sometimes would work within the rules to get ahead. During a tag team match, Eddie teamed with Chris Jericho to take on Dean Malenko and Booker T. Guerrero was gonna climb to the top rope, but jumped down before Malenko could see him. Once it was clear, Eddie Guerrero hit the frog splash and won the match. Not only did Dean Malenko not see what was going on, but the referee was distracted and didn't even realize that Chris Jericho had tapped out. In one of the most brutal matches in WWE history, The Rock beat Mankind in an I Quit match by playing a recording of Mankind saying, "I quit." Shortly after that, The Rock and Mankind fought in their iconic empty arena match. Per the match stipulation, anything was legal, and Mankind made sure to utilize that rule. The fight went all over the arena, eventually ending up in the loading dock. Mankind noticed a forklift and, after choking out The Rock, took control of the vehicle and lowered a pallet onto the Great One. Rocky was literally pinned to the ground, making it easy for Mankind to get the 3 count and win the match. During his WWE Championship reign, JBL found himself trapped inside of a barbed wire steel cage with The Big Show. The match was brutal, but the killing blow was when Big Show chokeslammed JBL through the ring. Soon after, Big Show broke the cage door and walked out. To everyone's surprise though, JBL was announced the winner. While the Giant was getting out of the cage, JBL sneakily crawled under the ring. Since both of JBL's feet touched the floor first, he was awarded the victory. At one point in his career, Daniel Bryan hated the yes chant and retaliated with the no chant. Bryan was obsessed, and R-Truth decided to use this to his advantage. During a match between them, Truth grabbed a mic and began chanting yes. Daniel Bryan, of course, became infuriated and started a battle of yes and no chants with the crowd. The distraction got Bryan counted out, and R-Truth won the match. Bryan wasn't too happy about that. On an episode of SmackDown in 2015, Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens were having a match. After building momentum, it looked like Ambrose was gonna win. He set Owens up for the dirty deeds, but suddenly, KO collapsed. Owens claimed Dean kicked him in the groin, and therefore, Kevin Owens was given the victory via disqualification. Upon further review though, it was all just a trick. Well played, Kevin Owens. Well played. At the 1998 King of the Ring, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor took on Al Snow and Head in a tag team match. Head was not your usual opponent, but as the saying goes, modern problems require modern solutions. When Al Snow tagged in Head, the special guest referee, Jerry Lawler, ran outside and brought in a bottle of Head and Shoulders. Once the bottle was attached, Head now had Shoulders, allowing Brian Christopher to pin Head and win the match. I can't believe it wasn't until 2020 that someone tried this. At Clash of Champions, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn competed for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match. Once both AJ and Hardy were incapacitated, Sami Zayn pulled out 2 handcuffs. First, he cuffed Jeff Hardy's earlobe to a ladder, making it nearly impossible for Hardy to continue to compete. Then, he cuffed AJ Styles' hand to a second ladder. With both opponents basically out of the match, Zayn grabbed the titles and became the new Intercontinental Champion. At the same event where he debuted, Survivor Series, The Undertaker took on Kurt Angle. While Angle wasn't worthy opponent, he knew he couldn't defeat the Dead Man, so he came up with a plan. During the match, Angle crawled under the ring. Undertaker quickly pulled the gold medalist out and hit the last ride for the 1, 2, no. The referee stopped, and suddenly, Kurt Angle rushed into the ring and rolled up Taker to win. If that's the real Angle, who was the other guy? Well, that's Kurt Angle's brother, Eric Angle. This wasn't the last time Kurt and Eric would do this trick either. In 2003, Kurt Angle faced Brock Lesnar on SmackDown with Angle's WWE Championship on the line. Lesnar made quick work of the champion, but as he went for the pin, Brock stopped. A distraction by Kurt Angle's henchmen caused Lesnar to step out of the ring. Then, when he got back inside the ropes, the gold medalist rolled up Brock Lesnar from out of nowhere and won. What happened was, when Lesnar was distracted, Kurt Angle rolled into the ring and switched places with Eric. It was dirty, yes, but a pretty smart move on Kurt's part. Anything can happen in WWE, and I do mean anything. To see fictional characters who appeared in WWE and what they did once they were there, watch this video.